You all sat there in a WhatsApp called having a banter, a banter with Zach. You all had a laugh, when you were sending messages to Dave Duran. I just don't understand this app. If I don't like someone, I don't like them.
I don't think you can say that was having a laugh and being friendly with Zach. I think because I turned around and said that Zach looks nice today. I think you'll say that's sarcasm.
Yeah, but I do think it was, like even Dave said, that you started off having a bit of banter with each other. And I just think, and another thing, I just think everyone is using each other for content because there's a thing called copyright. Why don't people use it? Why don't people do that? Why? Do you know what I mean?
Angie, I don't get what you're going on about, love. Who's using who?
I just think every creator is using each other. Do you know what I mean? They're using content.
That's part of the FYP. We all use each other, Angie. That's part of what we do.
Yeah, I get that. But if you really dislike somebody, you wouldn't be having that banter with each other,
Listen, Angie, I get called a bully of Zach. I get called obsessed. All I said was, you look fresh today. Fuck me, I can't stand the bloke.
You know what I didn't like about that? Sorry, can I just say one?
Yeah, of course you can.
What I didn't like about those when you were sending Dave Duran those messages when you had that so-called banter.
Yeah.
Is when you turned around to AB and said, "Don't hurt me, don't hurt me, Miss Red." Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought it was a bit of a piss take. I'm not going to lie, because if this guy is really bullying your friend Miss Red, why are you taking the piss out of it?
I think you got that wrong. I was taking the piss out of Alex when he got in the box.
Yeah, I know what you were saying.
No. You've got it wrong. Can I explain?
Yeah.
So when Alex was called me a puff, by the way, called me a puff that none of you have called out. Not one of you have got any energy when it's towards me, but I'm expected to have all your backs, right? Not one of you called out me being called a puff, including you, Angie. Anyway, when he was taking, no one ever hears it when it's got to do with me. It's funny that no one ever hears it. But when he was what I called out was, I took the piss out of Alex for going, "It just hurts, Donna," when he cried in Miss Red's box but wants to call me a puff. So you've got that a bit wrong, Angie.
You know what? CA, I do agree with CA on this one. I saw it as banter.
Yeah.
And I just thought, if that was my friend, would I really be having that kind of banter with someone that I'm now claiming to be a bully of my friend? Do you know what I mean?
It was nothing to do with Miss Red. It was him it was him calling me a puff and me bringing up when he cried in the box and he went, "It just hurts, Donna." How's that in any way taking the piss out of you saying that he's bullying Miss Red? How's that? I'm correcting you.
Well, I just saw it as banter, to be honest with you, with all four of you.
I don't find being called a puff banter. But again, no one's called it out. But everybody wants to run to me. Everybody wants to run to me when they want me to call out something. And what has Lucy got to do with these messages? I don't get. You've come in and said about Lucy. She's been bullied by Zach for nearly a year. And I'm the only one that fucking calls it out. He's gone for her again, playing her music, taking the piss out of her. Who's called it out?
Yeah, but the thing is, though, I don't know. That's just a back and forth. I don't have evidence that
it's not a back and forth. It's not a back and forth. A back and forth would be Lucy replying on her live. Lucy doesn't reply on her live. That's a back and a forth.
But this is what I'm trying to say, Luke. Zach was laughing his head off on those WhatsApp messages. Do you know what I mean? You were having a laugh with each other. It was banter, right?
Yeah.
That's how I saw it. So if you're so upset about what...
Happy bank holiday.
If you're so upset about Zach bullying Lucy, why have banter with this man at all?
I just said he looked fresh today. That's all I said. So who was it in Dave's live that started speaking about who? So Zach again is making false information saying that I asked to see pictures of him. I have never in my life asked to see a picture of Zach the Brat, telling people that I've seen pictures of him. I've never seen a picture, and he said it's been outed in messages that I asked to see a picture of him. I've never asked to see a picture of him, and I've never seen a picture of him without his clothes on. Okay, hi Pearl.
Hi, I've just come up to clear something up if I can, because everybody's saying I tried to go between a friendship.
You didn't.
Listen, let me explain with Frankie and Alex. So, how this started off was Alex messaged Frankie and said my comments were digging him out. So then, Alex must have wanted Frankie then to go at me. So I phoned Frankie and said, definitely not, Frankie. I said, and I told the comments if they've got a problem with you, because they were asking about which, you know, when Frankie
Suzanne,
said,
I did.
When Frankie said something about the messages is whatever's going to come to TikTok, I said if they've got a problem with Frankie, go and speak to him. But Alex only when Frankie said he was going to ring me about it, that's when Alex turned around and said, well, to be fair, she did say if you want to talk about Frankie, go and say it to his face. Why did he feel the need to message Frankie about my live? So he started it, not me.
So
that's what I've come in for.
You could turn round and say that he tried to come between you and Frankie. If you want to be...
exactly.
Yeah, but you'll get the blame, pal. You always do.
Well, no, Frankie can verify all of this. It was Frankie that messaged me because Alex had messaged Frankie. So it was Alex that started all of this, not me. Okay. Just putting that out there. And while Pippi's singing about me, about